everyone. This was going to be a video on Turning Red because I have thoughts on that movie, but those thoughts got approved for articles, and as I said in my last video, articles trump videos when it comes to content because I get paid for them. So, not going to be about Turning Red, but it is going to be about another coming-of-age story with a Toronto connection because we have Ms. Marvel trailer out now starring Iman Vellani from Toronto, or Toronto area at least. I think she's from Toronto. But we are going to be doing a video on that. Now, it was going to be a reaction video like I did with Moon Knight and Doctor Strange and stuff. I filmed it. The audio was terrible, plus my reactions weren't that great. I just don't think I'm that good at reaction videos for the most part. I'm just like, yep, and then I have to collect my thoughts before I have anything to really say of substance. So I'm filming this much later in the evening now. I watched it earlier today, and I'm going to talk about it now because I do have some thoughts. Like, I wasn't really surprised by anything in this trailer, to be honest. It was just, yep, that's what I expected from Ms. Marvel. It's lighthearted. It's like kind of aimed at kids, but like families can watch it. It's very different than Moon Knight, first of all. And I think it's good that they're juxtaposing those two shows with each other because Moon Knight is very like kind of adult themed. Like it's not R-rated or anything, but it has more of appeal, like the grim dark crowd almost. It's kind of like Batman. More serious in tone, more deeper subjects and everything. And I mean, not like Ms. Marvel's not going to cover those. They're going to talk about her faith and everything and her background and how that affects her life. But it's going to be delivered in obviously a more lighthearted tone, more appropriate for kids. I think kids are going to love this show, I have a feeling. It's going to definitely have that younger generation appeal because it feels like one of those coming of age things like you see on Netflix, like To All the Boys I'd Loved Before. I've seen the first movie of that, and this had very similar vibes. People have also pointed out that it's a lot like Scott Pilgrim because of the comic bubbles showing up, and it's like the trailer's kind of taking place in her head, sort of. I know the story isn't, but like the trailer was set up with the Marvel Studios logo. I love that, and it's just, yeah, it's really cool. And like they have the hearts around her when she's like seeing a guy she likes, and it's really cute, and everything. I kind of hope that is in the show. I hope it's in the show. I'm wondering maybe if it's just for the trailers, but I don't know. I think it's going to be in the show. I think that'd make it fun. But, you know, we will see. I hope it's not overboard. Like, I really like the movie Scott Pilgrim. It's one of my favorite comic movies ever, and I don't think they went overboard with it there. But that's kind of what Scott Pilgrim is, and it's not so much MCU kind of thing. I think they could go overboard with it. Not that I don't want MCU to be different, but, like, again, you know, it feels a little bit more grounded than Scott Pilgrim, which is weird to say. But, yeah, so hopefully, like, it's there, but it's not overboard. I think the trailer did it just enough, and I hope the show does it like that as well. Other than that, yeah, it looks like how I expected. I really like Iman Kamala so far. She's what I expected. Like, I'm not really surprised by this at all, but I'm happy with it. She's great. I didn't realize she was such, well, no, because I've read the comic. I've read the first couple comics of Ms. Marvel from like 2014, and I realized they're changing the origin and everything, so it's not going to be exactly what I saw or read. But she's still a daydreamer, which I think makes sense. It's like that's her plot. She's a daydreamer, and then she experiences it for real, and then wasn't quite what she thought it was. So she's like, I don't know if I like this, but then she likes it and decides to stick with it or whatever. That's probably what the plot's going to be. This is going to be more of a Falcon and the Winter Soldier or Hawkeye than a WandaVision or Loki, I think, in the sense that it's going to be like, it's not really going to be about a mystery or anything or trying to figure things out. It's like, yeah, this is just a nice little story. It's kind of the thing that could be like a Disney Plus original movie or something. Like almost, it feels kind of like a DCOM or more like a Netflix original thing for teens than a DCOM, I guess, but you know what I mean. So I think it's going to be, there's going to be less like discussion about it every week in terms of like what's going to come next, what's the big mystery or whatever. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I am. I think Moon Knight's going to have more kind of like discussion every week, especially with what people are saying about it because reactions from the UK are now out. They only sent Moon Knight to the UK. They didn't send it to the US yet. The UK got to see 4 episodes, or UK critics got to see 4 episodes. It's not on Disney Plus in the UK. Don't get your VPNs out. It's not there. But UK critics got to see it. But with Ms. Marvel, it's just going to be more like, yeah, it's a cute little show. And it's especially weird that they're putting this against Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, it was clear like from a few weeks ago there was going to be some overlap with Star Wars and Disney for the first, or not Star Wars and Marvel on Disney Plus for the first time. I didn't think it was going to be the same day. Like I was saying June 8th for Ms. Marvel, but I'm like, oh yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi is also on Wednesday starting I think May 25th. So how's that going to work? And it's like, well, Disney Plus does their TV shows on Wednesdays and movies on Fridays now, so I guess that's how it is. Hopefully they move one of them. I love the sound of Ms. Marvel Mondays personally, but that's just me. Yeah, but hopefully one will move. days so we can have discussion on both of them, because Obi-Wan's probably gonna obliterate Ms. Marvel in terms of like the cultural discussion, and I don't know, I'm kind of worried that Disney would take the message like, oh, people don't like stories about Muslims or whatever, I guess they're not as interested, let's not do another one, and that would be disappointing. So I hope they both get their time to shine like separately. I don't mind that the shows are overlapping the same weeks, just not the same day. Moving one of them to like a Monday or a Friday, I think would be much better for the overall conversation, because like Obi-Wan's like the biggest show of the year, and so it's weird that this is the first one they're doing Marvel overlap with. But at the same time, it's not, because I guess Ms. Marvel is supposed to be a smaller show in terms of like I want to say it doesn't affect the overall story as much as Moon Knight, but this one literally connects to the Marvels. So yeah, it probably does more than Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's probably going to be a bigger deal, maybe going for some Emmys, I don't know. Back to just Ms. Marvel, I need to stop going off on that. So I also noticed like this is a high school show. This is what I expected again, but to reiterate my previous thoughts, I guess, I don't know if I said them in a video. Ms. Marvel is going to be set in high school, and Spider-Man just kind of left high school, so I think Kamala's filling that void of like the teenager of the group or whatever. And there's going to be more because the Young Avengers are probably coming. But like Kate Bishop wasn't a teenager. Billy and Tommy aren't teenagers yet. I think America Chavez is going to be a teenager, so we'll have that. But like we have this girl in high school, just regular kid kind of thing. And it's nice to have that more grounded kind of story in the MCU that's not all dark and gritty. Because like when I think of the grounded stuff in the MCU, I think of like Winter Soldier, Hawkeye type stuff where it's like, yeah, we're gonna be dark and gritty on the streets or whatever, and like it's nice to have something a bit more lighthearted and fun. And it's funny because this feels grounded, but it's also gonna be cosmic, because even Kamala said her powers, she feels like they're cosmic, which this kind of brings me to the power changes. I read the comic a long time ago, and I realized her powers are different than in the comics. As someone who, like I've said, I don't really care about comic accuracy. I don't care that much. I know someone said it relates something to her Muslim faith, so it looks like they are going to be treating her faith with respect and everything and putting some emphasis on it. So as long as that doesn't get affected too much, like I don't personally care that much. Sorry if that offends people, but yeah. So I don't mind the changes. I mean, it looks cool on the screen and everything, and it's probably, some people are saying it's so she's not too much like Reed Richards. It's probably more so that her powers kind of fit with the other people in the Marvels, although that didn't have a problem with the Avengers, because all the Avengers have different powers, so I don't really understand the rationale here. Hopefully when we get interviews for this show and such, we will get some answers, because that question will definitely be asked. So I'm very curious as to find out what that answer is. But yeah, I do think this is going to be a show where not having read the comics might elevate your experience more, because one, you're probably not going to know what's going to happen, although this isn't the comic story, so it might be the same. So yeah, forget I said that. I think this is going to kind of be a predictable story, whether you read the comics or not. It's just that gives that kind of vibe off. But I think in terms of like worries about comic accuracy, like a lot of comic fans are concerned about that, and then non-comic fans seem to be loving this. And some comic fans have open minds about it. So yeah, some people are bothered. So so I feel like this one might be more fun for people who aren't as attached to the comics. So, which is fine. That's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it is. And yeah, that's really all I have to say, I think. I'm glad this one's coming out right after Moon Knight, because or not right after Moon Knight, but a month after Moon Knight, which is good for variety. We have the more dark and serious show, and we have a lighthearted and fun one. And then, yeah, and then we get She-Hulk, which is like off the wall hilarious, apparently. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I'm liking that we have all different tones for these shows this year. There's like just all different kinds of stuff. And then we've got like, I think this coming out after Batman, Moon Knight, and Doctor Strange is going to be a breath of fresh air in terms of like just nice lighthearted fun. That, and then Thor comes out a few weeks later. Thor comes out during the run of this show, so we'll get to have like a nice, more lighthearted, fun summer with this stuff, which I'm looking forward to, because I think that's more my thing. Ideally, I like a mix, so hopefully there'll be some like, I guess maybe dark moments in Ms. Marvel, but like it'll be a breath of fresh air. So that's what I have to say on this show. Really, it's what I expected. I think it's going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to the discourse, but I mean, I never am. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody.